So a lot of emotion again as people grappling with what happened yesterday. There are a lot of unanswered questions, and we have crews out there taking a look, asking questions, and getting us some answers. That includes Andres Gutierrez with CBS. He is live in Coeur d'Alene. Thanks so much for being with us today. The investigation certainly is fresh, but we are getting some new details. Bring us up to date on what has been found out about the shooter who was found dead. What do we know about him? And is there any word or any information on the motive?
Well, good day to you. At this point, 2 law enforcement officials tell CBS News that the shooter is 20-year-old Wes Rowley, and they have been able to identify him, and now essentially they work on piecing together a timeline backwards from the moment that they were able to hoist his body being a key piece of evidence. Yes, there is the autopsy that will determine whether he took his own life or whether he died in the exchange fire, in the gunfire he exchanged with law enforcement, but there's also now the electronics that were on him. We know that it was a cell phone that was on him that eventually led law enforcement to the position where they were able to hoist that body. They will lean heavily on the federal law enforcement partners to extract information from that electronic and other electronics that he had. There's also likely that a search warrant is being executed as we speak at the shooter's home to see if there's anything that may lead us to learn why he ended up carrying this out Sunday afternoon. In addition to that, there will also be leaning on the ATF to see if there is any serial number on that weapon that was found right next to him. They'll run it against several databases and see whether that weapon was obtained legally or not legally. And if it was obtained legally, was there a straw buyer in this instance? So those are all questions that have yet to be answered, and the investigation very early, but local law enforcement heavily will lean on those federal law enforcement partners.
All right, we appreciate that. Some new information coming out today on the shooter himself and what law enforcement is doing now. Any word that you can give us, any information about the 2 firefighters who were killed and the other firefighter that's in the hospital? Anything new there?
Well, we know that the firefighter who was wounded underwent surgery yesterday. He's in stable condition. The 2 firefighters who passed away, we saw that very moving procession from when they were taken here from the hospital to the medical examiner's office out in Spokane. And so there's a lot of heartbreak right now in this community. The members who are his brothers right now being supported by peer support groups. So they're bringing in those resources. And also, in my experience covering these, there are also a number of agencies out there that help out agencies when there is a line of duty death. And so you can know that there are probably organizations reaching out to this particular one, trying to figure out how to make those funeral arrangements and how costs will be covered. We know that yesterday during that news conference, law enforcement pointed out that the community should not be so quick to give out to organizations claiming to be representing the family. They want for there to be an official word from them, and that may happen later this afternoon. We are hearing that there will be another news conference here at 2 o'clock local time, and we'll be there for that news conference.
We appreciate that. Thank you so much, Andres Gutierrez, reporting for CBS. And he just mentioned they are really urging people who want to give to support the families of the firefighters, to support the efforts of any peer groups, to support our local law enforcement community, to hold off on giving money to just any group at this point. They are working on being very diligently working to make sure that's that they have the groups in place, ready to receive that money, and it will be best used. We are continuing to look at that as well, and we'll be in communication, as Andres was just saying, during the 2 p.m. media briefing, asking those questions, how best to support the families and how to donate money.